It was going so well up until that point. Let's get the right information for you. Trajdos.
And a little Ouchigari there for White. And she comes in with Ouchigari again. Just a couple little stabs in here, nothing to bother Van Emden yet. So some good grip fighting here. Again, White comes in with that Ouchi. She's just kind of dragging that leg in there, hopping along, but not doing much with the upper body yet.
Well, you're going to remember what happened with just hooking that leg and trapping it.
Well, it wasn't that hook where she's wrapping around the ankle so much. I mean, she's sort of tapping in there, hanging it around the pit of the knee. It's not that ankle hook where she's not, where it looks like she's blocking out the leg. That was a little better, a little Ouchi-Kochi action. Van Emden goes in for a little Ashiwaza. Here, a little Koichi. So she's hooking it around there, but it's looking like Waza, not like she's locking it out and drawing her torso in.
Just trying to think who it was that Van Emden had that really tough fight against. It was that semi-final with Eman. Had a tough fight against Gwend as well.
I think that's the one
that
you're
was
referring
the really,
to, the Gwend one, yeah.
The really tough one.
So the Slovenian kind of liking what she's thinking about as far as that coach. She tries to drive that once again. She goes in with Ouchi, and this time Emden tries to come across her leg over, looking for a hip throw. Little Koshiwaza. Oh, and an Ouchi for blue for Yuko. And here it is. Grabs the arm, tries to drive the shoulder in there. Quick to point out, Yuko, by the way, has earned 2 penalties as a result of that constant small leg attacks by White, who comes in again.
And then gets caught. You see, she thinks she can stay there just by hooking the leg in.
Right.
And now has been turned by Van Emden. That was the way to block it. If she was unsuccessful with the first effort, she was hooking the leg and then just staying there, hoping that the referee would call mate.
Right.
But Van Emden turned her.
Exactly.
What,
well, actually, on that one, she went in, hooked in, and then she switched over to Kochi. So she hooks and switches to Kochi, and that's when she gets caught by Van Emden. The thing is, if you're going to go with that Uchi, at least start hopping and driving through with your shoulder on that.
Goes down heavily. And now Rosari and Yuko against Trajdos. See, she stopped there.
Yep, it's static. Static, and the German's got to do better than that on that.
There's a point where she feels that the technique is not going to work, and then she wraps it round in order to say, right, let's stop. And then right at the end, she thought, okay, maybe I can change it and go for Koichi here. Koichi-gari. And Emden up on the hip now.
She tried to catch a little bit of Kosolto there. There she goes again. The German doing the same. If you're going to hook it, you've got to drive. You've got to use a little bit of Kazushi. You've got to do something with your arms. As you were saying, Sheldon, just don't hook and stand there. And Van Emden tries to drive in there with her own Ashiwaza. Ahead by Wazahari and Yuko. She just wants to keep busy, make sure not to pick up any more penalties. She's already got 2 on the board.
Fought twice before.
And the results were?
Lost on both occasions. And both occasions in Hamburg, when they used to have the Grand Prix in Hamburg.
Yeah, she just keeps going to the well with the same movement, and it hasn't really helped her thus far. And she looks like she could get countered again. I think it was earlier in the match. Van Emden would rotate, try to throw over her hip.
See that last attack there, attacking the left-sided Ouchigari, and then left Kouchi. That combination just had Van Emden hopping backwards. It was the first time that she looked under threat. There it is again, but it's just the legs hardly touch there. Couldn't come up with a score, and the Dutch girl Anicka van Emden came up with 2. So unfortunately for Martyna Trajdos and all the German fans, that's the day done.
That's going to serve up this all-French semifinal.
Meanwhile, on the in the other repechage contest, Tina Tursteniak defeated Tanaka Miki.
That's right. That's right.
So Slovenian in with a chance.
Affair. I think it was a Yuko. Coming up on that mat is going to be Yarden Zerbi versus Kanaabe. But we're going to focus on the French, all-French semifinal here.